that I would give a tip of the hat to another interesting book. So my lessons were from Google. There's a great book called Marketing Lessons from the Grateful Dead. And so one of the things that I liken to, one of the things about the Dead that of course made them so compelling as artists and as a live experience was this idea of operating without a net. Right? And not only was that an album name, but the whole style of improvisational music and just sort of freewheeling, going with the flow. Now, I think a lot about social media in that same context. It's marketing without a net. Right? Here's the page for marijuana is safer. Right? This is the city where maybe this would be appreciated. But of course, now you have to think about your advertising not just based on targeting to the audience. You have to think about it in context as well. So I'm not sure our friends at Orange Soda or One Media Manager would like to know that their ads were showing next to a page like this. And so it's just this I think the reminder here is that the space is evolving. I'm sure Facebook is going to introduce safeguard features so that you can make sure your brand doesn't appear next to content that you and your brand may not want to be associated with. But this idea of just trying new things and when it comes to social media advertising, in some ways you can take the principles we've learned from other forms of marketing, whether it be search or even before that, display, and of course all the offline marketing that we've been doing for years and years. But remember that we're in this dynamic environment now where the people you're trying to reach can talk back and engage. You don't have the control as a marketer that you once did when all you had to do was create a 30-second spot, put it on a couple networks, and brainwash everybody out there to buy your toothpaste. Nowadays, it's very different. So you and your teams have to be comfortable operating without a net and understanding that there's going to be some elements that are going to be scary, but that doesn't mean dig your head in the sand and run away. Right? You have to learn and respond. And so, of course, that's what I've tried to do in my life, my professional world. In my book, I talk about this idea of the $2 bill, and this was inspired by Ian Stone from Goldman. And he has a blog that covers what he calls these $2 bill experiences. What first tipped him off to this was he got a $2 bill his friend got a $2 bill in change from his cabbie when he took a taxi. And sure enough, his friend posted about it on Facebook, told a few people, hey, the craziest thing, I got a $2 bill in change, and that hasn't happened to me in years. And Ian sat there and thought, man, when was the last time you told somebody else about your cab ride, other than that the driver was crazy, or it smelled in there, or we were stuck in traffic? This was actually a positive experience with the cab ride. So he looked at businesses and said, how else can we create the $2 bill experience? One example he thought of was, as a retailer, why not stack your cash register with $2 bills? Give people a $2 bill and change. If nothing else, it gives them a reason to talk about their shopping experience at your store. Now, broader and more metaphorically speaking, the idea of the $2 bill is, again, just think about little things that you can do that are going to give people a reason to talk about you. You can buy all the ads on Facebook you want. You can have the most optimized search campaign. But at the end of the day, what's going to strike and I almost made it through an entire presentation without saying the word viral, but I'm about to. What's going to touch off that viral aspect that all of us are trying to capture is giving people something to talk about. So that's what I'm going to do as I close my presentation here. Hopefully, I'll live up to the hype that Todd said, and I want to tell everyone about this crazy keynote you saw at the Social Media Optimization Conference, where this dude got on stage and closed it with a rap. So I have to put on my rapper gear and switch to my handheld mic. From the audience, and I'll rap the answers. Yes, sir. No rapper is complete without their chain. Got my shades, although this is more fun.
Bring it, Lyrical G!
Without a net, right? clap with me? Come on.
Oh yeah! Go!
Check it out. This one goes out to my peeps at SMOC. I go by the name of the Lyrical G. They also call me the PPC MC, but today I'm just here, socially, you see. I came to give these trends another look. Social media, you call it Facebook. I think their ad model's gonna catch on, and I'm gonna rock the mic till the break of dawn. Now don't just sit there and be bitter. You'll make money someday too, Twitter. And while y'all's tweeting, use hashtag SMOC. And if you're online, won't you please like me? Come on, like me. Come on. You like me now? How you like me now? You like me? You really like me? I could keep going, I could keep flowing with these rhymes. They just keep knowing that social media, you operate without a net. What you're gonna give is what you're gonna get. So take some money, put it in the ads. Next thing you know, it's more than a fad. Facebook's making that real cash money, and I'm gonna take it out because it's sweet as honey. A shout out to all my peeps that can shoe. They're sitting over there and they're wearing blue. And I just came to do this one thing here. So let me make it very, very clear that I've got nothing else to say to thee, but yo, shout out SMOC.
SMOC! Lyrical G, everybody, Aaron Goldman.